Check, check. Doug, talking to the mic?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hello. Hey, how are you? This is member-supported Red River Radio, testing everything like we're out there in the field. I got Rob with me, and got a great band here tonight. We're glad to have Doug Duffy and Bad, Doug Sumner, and Doug. Did I say that right?
No.
Tell me about yourself, guys. It's introduce yourselves.
You're close. My name's Dan Sumner.
Dan Sumner, okay.
And I'm Doug Duffy.
Okay.
That's it.
Dan Sumner and Doug Duffy.
Half of Bad.
Okay.
Yeah, so the name of the band is Doug Duffy and Bad, and Bad is a acronym for all of our names. Ben Ford is our bass player, and he's not with us tonight. And
Okay.
Adam Ryland is our drummer, and he's not with us tonight. And then Dan, that's me, and Doug, that's him, over there at the piano.
Sounds good to me.
And we live in Monroe, Louisiana. Yeah, there we go. We
Yeah.
live in Monroe, Louisiana.
I know where that is.
Yeah, right down the road. So we drove over to be with you all for tonight and to support Red River Radio.
We really appreciate that. We'll be with you for the next couple of hours, and we'd love for people to call in and make a donation. 800-552-8502. You're listening to member-supported Red River Radio, a public media service of LSUS at 89.9 FM, KDAQ, Shreveport-Bossier at 90.7 FM, KLSA, Alexandria, Pineville at 90.9 FM, KBSA, El Dorado, Magnolia, Camden at 88.9 FM, KLDN, Lufkin, Nacogdoches at 100.7 FM, KTYK, Overton, Tyler, Kilgore, and we also broadcast on translator K214CE in Grambling, Louisiana. All right, guys, so how did you guys come about, and what kind of music do you play? I would think it's blues.
What gave you that idea? Right.
And when you call in and make a donation of, let's see, $50, you can get their CD, Trapped in the Blues.
Brand new.
Brand new. I'm looking at it. It looks terrific, by the way.
Thank you. Doug did the graphics on that. And
Really nice. Yeah.
yeah, it just came out September 15th.
I like that.
Yeah, just right under the wire, because we wanted to be eligible for Grammy consideration this year, and we are in that process right now.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, and so we're in traditional blues, and it's 9 original songs that Doug and I wrote together, and Doug's really the primary songwriter, but
Originality, the best stuff in the world.
Yeah.
Original stuff. Anyway, our number 800-552-8502. So what's the first tune you're going to play for us?
we were going to talk about that. What do you want to do, Doug?
Well, I was thinking just to get warmed up, I would do an old New Orleans song called Let the Good Times Roll.
Sounds good to me.
Let's do it.
Take it away, guys. Go ahead.
About 1930-ish.
Or before, right?
Maybe, who knows?
One of the first recorded songs.
Ready? I said, hey, everybody, let's have some fun. You know you only live once, and when your days are done, so let the good times roll. You let the good times roll. No matter if you young or old, get together, baby, let the good times roll. Don't just sit there talking trash. You wanna have some fun, you got to spend some cash and let the good times roll. Yeah, let the good times roll. No matter if you young or old, get together, baby, let the good times roll. I said, now, hey, Mr. Bartender, lock all the doors. When the police come, tell him this joint's closed. Let the good times roll. Yeah, let the good times roll. No matter if you young or old, get together, baby, let the good times roll. Yeah, let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. Said let the good times roll. young or old, get together. People, let the good times roll. Take it away, man. Full of money and I'm ready to climb, but listen, don't let nobody play me cheap. I got $10 in my pocket, 50 cents I plan to keep, so let the good time roll. Yeah, let the good times roll. No matter if you young or old, get together, baby, let the good times roll. I said let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. Come on and let the good times roll. You let the good times roll. No matter if you're young or old, get together, let the good times roll. All night long.
Very, very nice, guys.
Thank you.
Very, very nice. I enjoyed that one. Let the good times roll. That was written in what year? 1930, you said?
I think so. I think it was Ned Theard and Fleecy Moore.
Wow.
I just got a whole bowl full of chocolate brought over to me. That was a very, very kind
For the coffee.
gesture.
Every time I hear that song, Let the Good Times Roll, I think about the LSU football team down in Baton Rouge for some reason.
You know, Doug did some kind of LSU song.
No, that was
What
a
was
long
that?
time ago.
It was a long time ago, but it was well before my time.
Well, what's the next song you got laid out for us, guys?
Well, 1 second, I've got
Okay.
a cup of coffee. I'm gonna take
Well, we
it.
got to have
Oh,
10
okay.
minutes of chocolate eating and coffee drinking.
Live radio.
Yeah, that's right. No, we're going to play it for you.
Sorry about that.
Oh, that's okay. 800-552-8502, the number to call to make your donation to member-supported Red River Radio.
Let's play one of yours.
We're almost to $41,000, and we'd like to thank the group that's with us tonight, Doug Duffy and Bad, for coming in and performing for the next couple of hours. And if you make a donation of $50, you can have their CD called Trapped in the Blues. All right. Is that coffee good?
Oh,
It
it
was
is.
excellent. Thank you so much.
It hit the spot.
All right, cool.
All right.
All right, well,
This one's called Sweet Soul Southern Country.
Ah, we're going to get it.
A song about Louisiana. Are you ready, Daniel?
I'm ready.
I was born in Louisiana on the banks of the Washita River. You know my mama and daddy love me, and the sun shone all day long. I was raised in the bayou country in a house underneath the magnolias, and my brother and sister love me, and that love is still shining strong. I gotta go back to my sweet soul southern country days. Gotta go back to my sweet soul southern country way. Sometimes we make our lives too hard, and heaven's in our own backyard. I gotta go back to my sweet soul southern home and stay someday. Oh yeah. I got my dreams like everyone. You know that dreams come true. back to my sweet soul southern country days. I gotta go back to my sweet soul southern country ways. Sometimes I make our lives too hard, and heaven's in our own backyard. I gotta go back to my sweet soul southern home and stay someday. Oh yeah, I'm gonna stay.
You're listening to member-supported Red River Radio. We've been around 38 years, and we have programs like this on the air, and we're the only ones that do this, and that's why it's a good idea to keep us around. And to keep programs like this around, it takes money from our listener members. And our number, 800-552-8502. We would love to hear from you tonight. And our number, once again, 800-552-8502. We're almost to $41,000, and we really appreciate all of our listeners so far. And with me in the studio tonight is John Ellis and Kiara Lafitte.
Hey.
Hello, John.
Hey there.
And hello, John. Hello, Kiara. Okay, so any questions for the band, guys?
Well, I know I just came in because I wanted to see these guys. Jerry Beach turned me on to Doug's music about 25 years ago, and we've communicated some over the years, and but we've never met before. Dan, of course, in addition to his work with Doug, also performs with. Are you officially one of the Mighty Men?
No, Steve and I. He's talking about Steve Howell. Steve is one of my best friends and is just a great dude, a mensch, really, from Marshall, Texas. And Steve and I perform a lot as a duo. And Steve has been involved with Doug Duffy and Bad as well as an executive producer of our first blues album, which came out in 2019, called Play the Blues, Doug Duffy and Bad Play the Blues. And Trapped in the Blues is a follow-up to that. You know, we're trapped now. Ain't never getting out. But Steve's a great friend of mine and a great dude. And he has a brand new album out right now, too. It's solo. So he's, the name of it will come to me in a second. But he's just a fantastic musician and a fantastic guy. I think he's listening, so maybe we should keep going.
Hi, Steve.
You know, Steve does a wonderful job playing modern versions of older music, which is something I enjoy quite a lot. And Doug is a composer extraordinaire. And several of these albums were recorded someplace out in the sticks, weren't they, Dan?
Well, are you talking about this album? The Trapped in the Blues record?
I thought I recognized the name on it.
Yeah, that's one of the. I came just to back up a little bit. I was in New Orleans for a long time. I was born in Indiana, but ended up in New Orleans and had a life down there that Katrina ruined, you know, and kicked us out. And eventually we ended up in Monroe, and I was teaching at the university there, and I did that for a while. And then got away from that, and now I own and operate a recording studio called Fort Sumner, the Fort Sumner Studio, and it's downtown Monroe, and that's where we record. And we have a big grand piano where Doug plays, and you know it's always busy over there. There's music in that building every day. So yeah, that's where we did it. That's where we've done all of our albums.
In beautiful downtown Monroe.
There you go.
Where I was born in 1950.
Well, you're a young guy.
At which hospital,
yeah.
Doug?
Do what?
Which hospital were you born at?
St. Francis.
Yeah.
800-552-8502, the number to call to make your donation to member-supported Red River Radio. We have Dan Sumner and Doug Duffy with us until 10 o'clock tonight. They're nice enough to donate a couple of hours of their time for their brand new album, Trapped in the Blues. And you can have this CD here by making a donation of $50. That's it. And it's a really, really fabulous CD. So what's up next on your
We were just discussing
Music
that,
list there.
trying to go off mic here to discuss. Doug is a prolific songwriter. In fact, somebody in print called him Louisiana's most prolific songwriter, which he may very well be. And we're going to do some
It's
more
a
of his
mania.
songs. It's a mania. We need to have a medicine that
It's
you
a
can take
compulsion.
that'll
I
stop
can't
him.
stop.
Yeah, Doug has written a ton of songs and just a bunch of home runs, and a lot of people have recorded his songs, which I think maybe we'll talk about in a bit. But I think we're going to do a song that he wrote that I believe should be the Louisiana State song, and my guess is that after you hear it, you'll probably believe that as well.
Thank you.
Well, you're very welcome. I truly
Okay.
believe it.
This song is, oddly enough, called Louisiana. And I wrote it when I was living in Hollywood in about 1970, and I was getting a little bit homesick. I wouldn't say 1970, I'd say about 73, 74. Anyway, here we go.
Roots could never be discarded, or the tree would surely die. Even if it had the branches, if it's strong, it will survive. The tree of life has many branches. I've made my home in quite a few. Like Spanish moss, I grow off others, and all the roots I have are clinging to you. The seed you've nurtured has become a soul. I wander further, but I keep growing closer. I'll be home when I reach our goal. Strength flows from your outstretched arms, which will always take me in. Even when I'm feeling down, with that knowledge I can win. Even if sometimes I feel futile, my attempts still must be made. And when I miss my friends and family, I know God has led me where I strayed. Yeah. The seed you've nurtured has become a soul. I wander further, but I keep growing closer. I'll be home when I reach our goal. I'm coming home. I'll be home when I reach all goals. Well, I'm coming home.
Doug Duffy and Dan Sumner in the Red River Radio Studios with us tonight. We are in our fall fund drive here at Red River Radio, and we need your support more than ever, so make a contribution of support, 1-800-552-8502. And we have a few people to thank as well. We would like to thank John Bladell from Pollock, Louisiana. I always call him John from Fishville because that's where his actual location is, and he's a very great a member supporter of Red River Radio. We also want to thank Sushil George of Lufkin, Texas. They like all of the news programs and the BBC specifically, and Randy and Nancy Whitmore from El Dorado, Arkansas. So thank you guys for making a contribution of support to Red River Radio. And Dan and Doug, how are you guys feeling in there today, right now?
We're doing good.
Feeling good. We got some coffee and some chocolate. I love playing in this room. It's good.
Absolutely. So all last week, I asked the bands that played what their experience is. So you two combined together, how many years of experience do you have?
Pretty much all of them.
Oh my God.
Now the highest number we've gotten is 116 years of experience, and I believe that was from Bond Plus. So
Bond Plus.
Yeah.
That sounds cool. What are they like?
they are a kind of jazzy. They had some covers that were really cool, but they also had their own original music. And I would describe their music as just wavy. Like it's just the music you drive down the highway on a late night to.
Does it all sound like this? Like the James Bond kind of thing?
Something like that. Absolutely.
But
That was Ventures.
was it?
Yeah, sort of.
Well, Doug's been on a Sunday afternoon.
Maybe it was more groovy.
Doug and I both have extensive experience. I've been a professional musician since I was 15. And Doug too. I think Doug started playing gigs when he was about
14.
14. I actually started when I was 13. No.
Well, fine. Just one up me. See if I care.
Doug's played with everybody, but Doug, tell them about a little bit. Tell the good people about what your journey a little bit. Why not? Why don't you?
Well, the evening's still young.
Well, she asked. So
Was
now
she?
it's time to
Okay,
tell.
I've been playing for what? Almost 60 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
And how many? And you?
And who did you play with? In addition to Doug
That's
Duffy and Bad.
Way too many people to even go through. But we'll get to that as I introduce certain songs that other people have recorded. Maybe that
There
might
you
be
go. You can't rush the
a
guy.
better way to go.
Absolutely.
Maybe we should play some more.
Yeah. What's next on your set list for
Maybe
us?
we could play some blues.
All right, we can do that.
Well, let's hear it.
Does anybody like the blues?
I
Oh,
do.
yeah. Especially John Ellis.
We did have a brand new album of blues called Trapped in the Blues.
All right.
We're going to be in D. What are we playing?
This is probably, well, it's the first copyrighted blues song that I know of, which was written by and copyrighted by Gertrude Ma Rainey. And everybody and their dog has done this song. It's called CC Rider.
Whoa, CC Rider, see what you have done. Yeah, 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 CC Rider, see what you have done. You know you made me love you. Now your man done come. Well, I'm going away, baby. I won't be back till fall. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm going away, baby. I won't be back till fall. And if I find me a new love, I just might not be back at all. I said, see, Rider, see what you have done. Yeah, see, Rider, see what you have done. I tell you, you made me love you. Now your man done come. All right, Dan. Myself a shotgun as long as I am tall. Yeah, I'm gonna buy myself a shotgun as long as I am tall. Oh yeah, 'cause if I can't have you, baby, ain't nobody gonna have you at all. I said, see, Rider, see what you have done. See, Rider, see what you have done. You know you made me love you. Now your man done come. I said that you made me love you. Now your man done come. I said you made me love you. Now your man done come. Oh yeah.
Doug Duffy and Dan Sumner in the Red River Radio
there's some blues.
Studios. Yeah, that was amazing. Did you guys always start out just knowing you wanted to do blues, or did you start with like classical, or just playing on the piano?
For
Just
me, I started wanting to be a classical pianist. And then when the British invasion hit, I decided I didn't want to do that anymore.
I also started on the piano when I was very, very young. I had the benefit of my parents forcing me to go to piano lessons. And so I was playing classical music and, folk kind of piano stuff
Yeah.
of those days. And then,
Well, back then,
but as soon as I saw somebody play a guitar, it was over. It was like, that's who I am. And, it stuck.
how many instruments can you play?
Now him? Good Lord.
Well, my title right now is guitarist, multi-instrumentalist producer. That's what I like to go by. And so, I play a lot of instruments. One of them well. I play the guitar pretty well. But when you own a studio, you end up playing a lot of instruments because just to fill in stuff. And I was trained on the cello when I was young too. So and I have a cello now and I play that, but play a lot of bass and upright bass and some drums. I run a band for teenagers in Monroe called they named themselves Face Melters. Although they're changing it to the Melters, which I like better.
And they're about the age that we were when we started playing.
Yeah, these kids
Okay.
are me when I was 14.
The difference being that back then we had to play everything that was on the radio, and back then everything was on the radio.
Yeah.
That's true.
There was no separation. It was all there.
Yep. And so, so anyway, I end up playing a lot of songs, like I'll go a whole rehearsal with them playing drums, if the drummer doesn't show up. So if that answers your question, if you play the position that needs to be played,
Absolutely.
Like keyboards and voice.
Absolutely. Again, that's Doug Duffy and Dan Sumner in the Red River Radio Studios this evening. They'll be here with us until 10 o'clock. And if you like the music that you're listening to, let us know. Call in 1-800-552-8502 or go online, redriverradio.org. Or we do have an app now, so you can download the app from the App Store and make your donation there as well. I'm also here with John Ellis and Mark Pizzolato in the studio with us as well, and our sound engineer, Rob, back there as well. What do you guys have next for us?
I was just thinking about that.
Let's go. Let's go.
I didn't actually make a list. I just decided I would play it like off the top of my head,
Okay.
since that's normally how I work anyway, unless it's more than just me and Dan.
Well, I think you're qualified to do that with more than 60 years of
Sorry?
experience. I said you're qualified to not have a set list and play off the top of your
We
head.
usually have a set list. In fact, Doug's staring at a list, so don't let him fool you. We did think about.
No,
what
I've
we were
got
gonna
a list. I've just got songs that I like.
do. Just not in order. Well, let's do one of those. Let's do
Nothing in order.
let's do like an old soul song or a New Orleans song or something.
Okay, well, both I and Dan have lived in New Orleans. I lived in New Orleans probably every decade, but
This one.
the 20s. So anyway, I'll do one from Smiley Lewis called "I Hear You Knocking."
You went away and left me long time ago, and now you're back knocking on my door. I hear you knocking, but you can't come in. I hear you knocking, go back where you've been. I begged you not to go, but you said goodbye, and now you're back telling all those lies. I hear you knocking, but you can't come in. I hear you knocking, go back where you've been. You better go back to your used to be, 'cause your kind of loving ain't good for me. I hear you knocking, but you can't come in. I hear you knocking, go back where you've been.
and Sumner, and
Can't come in.
John had a request.
Oh yeah, what's he got?
Rectified and or Victim of the Blues.
Ah.
yeah, I know those two don't really
one for
fit.
John.
but-
Yeah, we played. Did we play both of those in Vicksburg at the Blues Challenge thing a few years back? We definitely played "Victim of the Blues." You know, remember that?
I do.
What?
I do.
You want to talk about?
This is normally kind of hard without a drummer, but for John, I'm gonna try it.
I'll try to be the drummer.
I appreciate it, man, both of you.
This is a song, actually, the story is, and this is a true story. I was driving up Highway 61 from New Orleans in my Volkswagen Beetle, and I had to pull over on the side of the road because I had words coming in my head. And all I had to write on was a Burger King bag. That's no plug for Burger King, but anyway. So I wrote this very song, and it's all about blues singers and the life thereof. Especially for Mr. John Ellis. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Driving through the Delta, speaking with the spirits of the blues. Tell me, Robert Johnson, what am I buying with these dudes? Hard luck and trouble, on early grave. Blues is the master, yeah, you know that we're the slaves and we're born to lose. We're born a victim of the blues. Oh yeah. Well, Sister Bessie, I'm calling you from Highway 61. Ain't nothing down here never changed since this life begun. You know, it's always whiskey and women, or whiskey and men. One of the other's gonna kill us in the end, and you know it's true. If you're born a victim of the blues, yeah, 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 yeah. I didn't choose the blues, you know the blues chose me. And once it gets ya, you can never break free, and you stand accused, yeah. If you're born a victim of the blues.
didn't tell me we were going to hold it out at the end.
That'll teach you.
Doug Duffy and Dan Sumner in the Red River Radio studio. And you can get their new CD, Trapped in the Blues, and available for a $50 contribution. So 1-800-552-8502. I think I heard the phones ring earlier while you guys were playing.
I hope so.
Maybe in a few minutes we'll have someone else to thank.
We're trying.
Absolutely.
Ring them bells.
That's right. Give some money. We love Red River Radio. You know, we live in KEDM territory, and you know,
We're neighbors.
they're great. They have an evening show that plays Louisiana music called The Boot, and we're lucky enough to have their support all the time. But you know, we like to come over here and support our Shreveport friends at Red River Radio.
Absolutely.
And, we hope that everybody will support the radio station here. You guys do great things.
Yeah, what do you guys like the most about public radio?
Man, I've been listening to public radio since I was a kid. You know, I'm not a news junkie, but I like to know what's going on, and I like the pace of the news, and I like the fact that the people that program music on public radio, for the most part, love music and listen to it, and they play the things that they love and introduce people to music that you're not necessarily going to hear on other radio stations that are all owned by one company. I won't say their name, but their initials are Clear Channel.
It's clear that we know who we're talking about.
That's clear. And I'd like to channel to say that, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You know, we get programming and music that you're not going to hear on other stations. And so, give and make sure that continues to happen.
Absolutely. 1-800-552-8502. Or go online, redriverradio.org. Make your contribution there, or donate through our app. Again, we have Dan Sumner, Doug Duffy in the Red River Radio studios. And you can actually see them if you go online to our YouTube channel. We are, we are streaming live with them in the Red River Radio Performance Studio. So
I knew I shouldn't have took my hat off.
Yeah, they always told me how to face for radio.
Oh, it's all okay, guys. Oh, we'd like to thank Steve in Leigh Howell from Marshall, Texas.
That's Lee.
Lee, got it.
That's the Steve Howell we were talking
Oh,
about
got
earlier.
it. Steve and Leigh Howell. Thank you guys from Marshall. Thanks for pledging. And they said that they're pledging because of their musical guest tonight.
Oh, thanks, Steve.
yeah.
We love you, and we mean that.
Calls you a musical genius.
Steve Howell is a popular man, and over in Monroe, people only speak nice about Steve Howell. I'll tell you that much.
Absolutely. What's next on your guy? Oh, well, what's next in your mind, Doug?
What's next in my mind? That's a dangerous question. I don't know. I'm gonna do another shuffle, a shuffle without a drummer. But
Hey, while we do this, why don't you guys cue up something off the album so
Okay.
that they can hear that too?
Absolutely.
this one's called Friday Night.
Hold on, let me take my headphones off.
Well, take your headphones off.
It's Friday night and my work week is done. Yeah, it's Friday night and my work week is done. I got to get my head right, go out and have myself some fun. I got money in my pocket, yeah, I'm ready to roll. Yeah, I got money in my pocket, and it's burning a hole. I gotta find me some sweet thing, Lord, to satisfy my soul. 'Cause life's too short to waste it all, worried about the day-to-day grind. Now and then you got to let your head down, go out and have yourself a hell of a time. Hey, hey, hey. waste it all. I said, worried about the day-to-day grind. Now and then you got to let your head down, go out and have yourself a hell of a time. Hey, come Monday morning, I'll be back on that 9 to 5. Yeah, come Monday morning, I'll be back on that 9 to 5. Yeah, but from now to Sunday evening, I got to know I'm alive. It's Friday night, and my work week is done. Yeah, it's Friday night, and my work week is done. I got to get my head right, go out and have myself some fun all night long. Talking about all night long.
I felt like you.
You know I've had my fun. Yeah, if I don't get well no more. Yeah, I've had my fun. If I don't get well, I don't get well no more. You know my health is failing me. Yeah, and I'm going down slow. Now I never said that I'd ever been a millionaire. Not me, babe. No, I never said that I'd ever been a millionaire. Listen to this. But I believe if it wasn't for good times, good Lord, I believe I'd be half the way there. about the shape I'm in. Somebody write my mother, yeah, and tell her about the shape I'm in. I want you to ask how to pray for me, yeah, and forgive me for all my sins. 'Cause I'm going down slow, oh yeah, but I had a good time. Yeah, but I might not get well no more. I had a good time, people. Yeah, but I might not get well no more. I tell you that my health is failing me. Don't you know that I'm going down slow, yeah. Don't it make it feel all right?
You are listening to Red River Radio, and we have Doug Duffy and Dan Sumner in the Red River Radio studios today. And we also have a person to thank, Harold Cope and Georgia Sumner.
That's Harold Pope.
Oh, Harold. Okay, yeah, I was okay, cool. And they're from Bloomington, Indiana. They also have 2 song requests for you guys, Georgia and Louisiana Rain. So.
Well, that's New Orleans Rain, and my mom. That's my mom, and she's listening up in Bloomington, Indiana.
Okay.
And I think that's WFHB
Ah.
in Bloomington.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I did a round of schooling up there after Katrina. I went up and did my doctorate in music up there, and that's what brought me to Monroe. After that was a job teaching, at the college over there. But thanks, Mom, and thanks, Harold. Great people.
And happy belated birthday again.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I guess it's Georgia.
It's Georgia.
It's Georgia.
You playing an F?
Yeah, we can still play a song off your album.
Yeah, why don't we do that? Why don't we take
Okay, we'll do that. Then we'll do Georgia in a minute.
Take a little break, and then
Do
we'll play
you-
one for Mom.
Do you have a song in particular?
Why don't you play number 2, Trapped in the Blues?
Yeah, that's the song I had queued up. So
Nice.
yeah. Okay.
See, we think alike.
Absolutely. This is Trapped in the
PSP.
Blues.
When you're down and discouraged, and it seems nothing going right, all alone, broke, sick, and worried, don't think you can make it through the night. When you're down and in misery, and nobody cares to understand, call on me, and I'll be there, so willing to give you a helping hand. All alone, living in darkness, and you know you ain't got no way out. You're all locked up, don't know where to begin. When the walls are closed the blues.
At 89.9 FM, this is KDAQ, Shreveport, Bossier City. 90.7 FM, KLSA, Alexandria, Pineville. 90.9 FM, KBSA, El Dorado, Camden, Magnolia. 88.9 FM, KLBN, Lufkin, Nacogdoches. And 100.7 FM, KTYK, Overton, Tyler, Kilgore. And we also broadcast on Translator K214CE in Grambling, Louisiana. And this hour is made possible by Carr, Briggs & Ingram, certified public accountants and advisors serving clients in more than 30 markets across the United States. From tax compliance and planning to business consulting services and auditing, CRI offers a full range of advisory services delivered locally. You can learn more or schedule your introductory consultation session at cricpa.com. And if you're just tuning in, we are in a pledge drive here at Red River Radio, and you just heard Trapped in the Blues. That was recorded, that was an album released by Doug Duffy and Bad. And that album is actually available for a $50 contribution. So call 1-800-552-8502. They're actually in the studio with us. So, hey, guys.
Hey, and we're happy to be here.
Absolutely. What's the next song you have for us? Are you going to do Georgia?
Well, we're going to start with a song by Mose Allison called If You Live.
Okay.
A rather unorthodox version of it, as it were, but here we go. Are you ready? Yeah.
Your time will come. If you live, your time will come. Baby, don't you mess with that cotton sack. It's gonna scratch your knees and bend your back. But if you live, your time will come. If you live, you know your time is gonna come. If you live, your time will come. Baby, don't you mess with them pots and pans. They're gonna soon enough ruin your pretty hands. But if you live, your time will come. If you live, you know your time is gonna come. If you live, you know your time is gonna come. When the sun will shine and the crops will grow, and you think that you ain't got to worry no more. If you live, your time will come. Time will come. I said, if you live, your time will come. Look out, it's coming to you, baby.
This is Red River Radio, and we have Dan Sumner on guitar and Doug Duffy playing our grand piano here in the studio. You can see them by going to our YouTube page, type in Red River Radio, and it should be the first thing that pops up. So, you know, we want to also hear from you, so call in, make a contribution of support, 1-800-552-8502. That's the number that you can call. We have some volunteers in the phone banks ready to take your call. Doug and Dan are here with us until 10 o'clock, so we are just jamming out and having some fun.
I think we need some calls to come in.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's public radio, folks. You're the public.
Absolutely. Do you normally write, well, I suppose this is for Doug. Do you also write songs, Dan?
I'm a co-writer. You know, I'm a producer at heart. You know, I try to make the songs that come to me better. You know, or you know, just at least give my clients a full rendering of what it should sound like. You know,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, you know, when the spirit moves me, I come in with an idea, and then Doug and I will hash it out. We're basically writing partners. He's
Got
the
it.
songwriter, but you know, I help.
So what comes first, the track or the lyrics?
Oh, the idea,
Yeah, and it can be
Absolutely.
either.
pretty much. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes we'll come up with a musical idea and then just add words to that, or vice versa. We'll have some words and put some music to it, but it's always different.
That's the truth. We're working on a project right now that will come out probably sometime within the next year. That's based on a bunch of acoustic tracks that I put down in the studio one day, and then Doug took
By force.
those. What'd you say? Yeah,
I said by force.
Yeah, Doug about forced me to go in and play some acoustic guitar. So I played for about an hour and a half, and we recorded it all. And then Doug took it back and has written songs around it. So we're in the process of rehearsing those now, really, and getting them ready to record. And then we're gonna take a slightly different approach to the next recording. We're gonna record all the way live and to tape. Yeah, analog all the way. We're gonna the plan is to take it analog all the way from the production of the playing of the music all the way to the product. So we're gonna keep it analog the whole way and release it on vinyl.
Cool. John Ellis
Rob
also
likes that idea.
Yeah.
We have the equipment to do it. We have a few tape machines at Fort Sumner, and we use them. And tape sounds different.
Yeah, it does.
It can be really cool, but it's tough to work with. I'll tell you that much. I think we're gonna play one for my mom.
Okay.
So my mom is named Georgia Sumner, and she's one of the good ones.
You're going headphoneless?
Yeah, that's the way I've been doing it. We're playing in G. I thought we were in F. What are we in, G?
Georgia, Georgia, the whole day through, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on, oh my mind, right here on my mind. Georgia, Georgia, a song of you comes so sweet and clear, just like moonlight through the pine. Other arms reach out for me, other eyes smile tenderly, still and peaceful. Things I see that don't roll, yeah, it leads back to you, Georgia, Georgia. No peace will I find, but an old sweet song, yeah, keeps Georgia on my mind. for me. Other eyes smile tenderly, still in peaceful dreams I see that the road, yeah, it leads back to you. Don't you know I said, Georgia, Georgia. No peace will I find, but an old sweet song, yeah, keeps Georgia on my mind, right here on my mind. You know, an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind.
That was amazing. Dan Sumner and
Yeah.
Doug Duffy in the Red River Radio Studios with us tonight. I'm also joined by John Ellis, who has a show with us on Red River Radio, Rhythm Gumbo Blues After Hours, I believe. Yes.
Oh, we changed that a while back.
Oh, a while back. Wow. Look at me.
Blue Shadows.
Blue Shadows. Yeah. So, do you have any questions for our guest tonight, John?
No, but I have a prediction. I think sometime in the next 45 minutes, it's going to be Doug Sumner and Dan Duffy. It's in your head now, Kid. It's in your head. You're going to go there.
No, I don't think so.
I did want to ask Dan, maybe I'm going to go there. I want
Yeah.
to ask Doug about something. Jerry Beach turned me on to Doug's music about 25 years ago, but until this evening, we had never met before, although we, communicated some over the years. I'm curious about how you got involved in your European performance scheduling. That's a little off the beaten track for most guys
Well,
from the rural South.
At the time, it's actually kind of bizarre because I was actually living in Shreveport and working with Jerry Beach and the Stage 618 band. And then the band folded, the club folded rather, and I moved back to New Orleans one more time and was working at a club called the Tricou House on Bourbon Street. And I was always meeting people that were coming in there and coming out or whatever, but there happened to be an agent. She lived in New Orleans, but she also lived in Paris, and she asked if I wanted to go to Switzerland for a month. Actually, for I think longer than that, but so she hooked me up with a Swiss agent, and between the two of those, that's how I got over there. But, just different things happened.
And they've been having you back ever since.
Yes, I've been going like 30 years.
Do you find that European audiences have a different appreciation for this kind of music that we grew up with?
Well, there you have it. We grew up with it, and they didn't. So there's like a big affection for, especially especially for Louisiana music and blues and rock, the old school rock and roll, that kind of stuff. They love it over there.
They don't have it in their. And I'm speaking very broadly here, but I've traveled over there as well and played there a good bit, and as well as other places that completely different cultures, and these are people that, one, like you said, John, didn't grow up with it, but also it's not in their cultural DNA like it is in ours. So it's different, and they resonate with it, but it's something that's coming from outside for them, I think, and they appreciate it. They love Doug over there. Oh my God.
Well, you know, I grew up, I mean, my parents listened to John Lee Hooker and Jimmy Reed and Slim Harpo when I was a child. So
Doug talks about his parents moving all the furniture out of the living room. And you know, I never really believed
they
him.
did. They had house parties.
I kind of believed it, but like, you know, believed it with a grain of salt until Doug's sister had a birthday party, 2 months ago?
Hi,
Something like
Sue.
that. Hi, Sue. I hope she's listening. She said she was going to, and if she is, hi, Sue Dodd. Had a birthday party at her house a couple of months ago and asked us to come and play. And we played as a duo. And I'm not going to throw any numbers out here, but you know, there were some big numbers in the room, like age-wise. And you know, damned if they didn't you know, move furniture out of the way, and they're all up and dancing to the blues, just like it was.
Hi, Margie.
Yeah, right. So that just tickled me to no
Margie's
end.
about 87. She wouldn't like for me to say that, but anyway, but she was throwing down.
Yeah, they were up dancing. They gave it to
loved
us,
it.
and we tried to give it right back. You know, we dug in, and it was a rock. We rocked the house. So we gonna play some of that, Doug? You want to play?
I was going to do Junko Partner, but what would it?
That sounds good.
Okay.
That's a good one.
This is an old New Orleans semi-standard. I say
Take my headphones
semi-standard because almost everyone has done this song. All piano slingers, anyway. Ready, Daniel?
Not quite.
Not quite.
I'm ready.
It's all about partying too much. Hanging out on the streets, having too much fun, getting arrested, getting thrown in jail, and as soon as you get out, what do? You go right back out and do the same thing.
There's a David Bowie song.
Huh? All right, here we go. It's called Junko Podno.
Down the road, I come a Junko Podno. Don't you know he was loaded? Yeah, as can be. I said he was knocked out. You know, knocked out, loaded. And you know that it wobbled all over the street. Singing 6 months ain't no sentence. Lord, in 1 year, I know it ain't no time. 'Cause they got boys down on the Ponderosa that are serving 9, what a 99. But if I had me $1 million, just 1 million, I could call my own. Don't you know I would buy me the land around Parish Prison? So my friend, you could call it home. All right, Dan. Whoa, said down the road, here he come. And he got it on your back, baby, so hard. It make you holler, Lordy, Lord. You know, a penny make a nickel, and a nickel make a dime will make a half, and a half will make a time. Make you holler, give me whiskey when I get a little frisky. Baby, that's a mighty good drink when I get a little dry. You got to give me if I feel a little sickly, but give me heaven before I die. Oh, down the road, come a junko partner. No, don't you know that fat boy, he was loaded? Yes, can be. Well, I said he was knocked out and loaded. And you know that he wobbled all over the street. Yeah, I said that he wobbled all over the street. Don't you know that he wobbled down Rampart Street? It's wild.
You're listening to Red River Radio. It is the Fall Pledge Drive, one of a few times during the year we come to you, ask you to support the programming that you enjoy commercial-free the rest of the year. The number to call is 800-552-8502. Or you can go to your computer or device or your phone and check out the Red River Radio YouTube channel. And you can see in-house video of Doug Duffy and Dan Sumner. Can y'all hear me in there?
It's getting better. We couldn't hear you for a second.
Well, I was just
talking a little bit.
Station business, but I'm going to go out on a limb here and just take a wild shot and say, Doug, you might have listened to some James Booker in your time.
I would think.
My all-time favorite Junko partner is an obscure recording by James Booker, although many, many other people have done it wonderfully. And I don't think I would confuse the two of y'all, but you kind of brought that back to me.
Well, that's a big compliment. Thank you.
But we got about 33 and a half minutes left before y'all have to go. Of course, you can go online anytime and make your pledge of support, but if you want to get a message into these guys right now, we kind of went through your family and friends. We're looking for strangers now.
That's all the friends.
Hello, stranger.
That was a cold shot, and I apologize. But
it's all right.
We know this time of night, everything's kind of winding down. It is a good opportunity to make the call if you have not done so. 800-552-8502. If you enjoy this kind of programming, this is something a little special that we do during fundraisers. It's just been logistically a little too complex to do it on a regular basis, but we get these chances throughout the year to bring you some live entertainment. Also have some in-house music programs. Mark Pizzolata in the studio tonight. He produces one on Thursdays, Kiara Lafitte on Mondays, Andy B. on Wednesday evenings. I host a program that comes on overnight during Friday night and Saturday morning. Also have a lot of really good syndicated programs that I like to listen to. And I'm assuming that, if you're a public radio listener, you probably like some of those shows as well. Then there's news and various things, the call-in shows, What's Bugging You, Bird Calls, Health Matters. We've got a real wide variety of things that we do. And it does take support from the community. And you can do that by calling 800-552-8502. You guys got anything on your mind to play?
I got something I want to say.
Okay.
So, as I told you before, I'm a longtime public radio listener. I mean, from pre-college, when I was in high school, I was listening to the NPR station in Indianapolis, and it just stuck with me. I listened to it every day, and it was about, 5, 6, 7 years ago that I got something in the mail, and it was addressed to my son, William Sumner, and it was from Radiolab. And so I opened it up and took it to him, and I said, why did they send you something? He goes, I pledged some money. And he was just, working an after-school, high school job, and he gave some of his money to Radiolab because he liked it so much. And I was proud of him for doing that, for supporting public radio programming, and he still does to this day. And and I encourage everybody who's listening out there, you're listening, so, time to pay for it if you haven't already, and if you have, thank you. And if you haven't yet, now's the time. And I think we're going to play really one of Doug's most famous songs that's been recorded by a number of people, but nobody does it better than he does. This is my mom, Georgia Sumner's favorite song that we do. And every time we put out a new album, she says, "Why don't you put New Orleans Rain on the album?" And I'm like, "It's already been released, but you can do it again." So we have to come up with
a new
that.
arrangement.
But this is truly a great song. This is one of the home runs I was talking about earlier when I talked about Doug's writing.
Well, speaking of back to the day of my parents listening to John Lee Hooker, oddly enough, this song got covered by his daughter, Zakiya Hooker, many years later.
Doug, I have included that song in my playlist by Zakiya.
Have you?
And I'll have to go home and check. I'm not sure if I've ever done your version or not, although it is an excellent rendition. But I just fell in love with Zakiya, and all I have is that one CD of hers.
And she did 2 CDs and one of my songs on each CDs. Well, she did more than 2 CDs, but anyway, one I think was called Flavors of the Blues, and one was called Taste of the Blues or something. But she did New Orleans Rain on one of them, and she did A Memory Left to Lose, which was on Doug Duffy and Bad Play the Blues. But she did both those songs.
And you guys have that here, the Play the Blues record. But yeah, Memory Left to Lose is another hit. That one hits you right in the gut if you listen to the words.
It was very synchronistic, It was like a full circle of some sort.
All right, we're going to do this?
We're going to do New Orleans
Take my
Rain.
Headphones off.
Whenever you're ready for us.
Hold on, I will be. 1 second.
Matching my tears as it falls to the ground, and I'm all alone in the heart of a town, longing for someone who don't come around. New Orleans rain falls like my tears. You know the tears I've been crying, I've been crying for years. But the sound of the raindrops about to drive me insane. But all I hear is the sound of the New Orleans rain. You know the thunder and the lightning rock this gloomy old place, and I cry out when it's frightening. The tears roll down my face, and when the heartaches get heavy, raging out of control, yeah. Orleans rain. It pounds on my roof like my poor heart is pounding. And these tears are the proof that a man can't help crying if he's suffering in pain. All alone in New Orleans, in the New Orleans rain. You know the thunder and the lightning rock this gloomy old place, and I cry out when it's frightening. The tears roll down my face, and when the heartaches get heavy, raging out of control, yeah, there's a hurricane blowing in the depths of my soul. I said, New Orleans rain, it pounds on my roof like my poor heart is pounding, and these tears are the proof that a man can't help crying if he's suffering in pain. All alone in New Orleans, in the New Orleans rain. You know I can't help crying in the New Orleans rain. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Very, very nice. Very nice.
Thank you.
You're listening to member-supported Red River Radio. It's the second week of our Fall Pledge Drive. We appreciate Dan Sumner and Doug Duffy for coming in tonight until 10 o'clock to donate 2 hours of their time to play some of their fantastic music. They have a brand new CD called Trapped in the Blues. And, of course, if you call in and make a $50 donation at 800-552-8502, you can receive that CD. And once again, that number 800-552-8502. Guys, you guys have been terrific tonight, and we really appreciate your time here. So what's the next song coming up for our listeners out there?
Well, I thought I would dig back into yet another old New Orleans song and do one called Sick and Tired.
Oh, yeah.
Sick and tired. Sick and tired of being sick and tired?
Yeah, that's the one.
Same one? Okay, all right.
Sick and tired of the phone's not ringing.
Yeah, we're sick and tired of the phones not ringing.
We're sick and tired of the silence, folks. Come on.
800
Give us a ring.
552-8502.
All right. Are you ready, Daniel?
Yep.
Oh, baby, tell me what you gonna do. Oh, baby, Tell me what you gonna do. You know I'm sick and tired fooling around with you. I said, baby, tell me what you gonna do. Oh, baby, tell me what you gonna do. You know I'm sick and tired, honey, fooling around with you. Well, I wake up in the morning, fix you something to eat. Before I go to work, I even brush your teeth. I come back in the evening, but you're still in bed. You got a rag tied around your head, baby. Tell me what you gonna do. Yeah, I'm sick and tired fooling around with you. Well, it's the last time I'm telling you to change your ways. Believe me, baby, you got to hear what I say. The last time I'm telling you to stop that jive. You're gonna find yourself outside, baby. Tell me what you gonna do. You know I'm sick and tired, honey, fooling around with you. All right. Said it's the last time I'm telling you to change your ways. Believe me, baby, you got to hear what I say. The last time I'm telling you to stop that jive. You're gonna find yourself outside. Now, baby, tell me what you gonna do. You know I'm sick and tired fooling around with you. I said, baby, sick and tired, fooling around. Well, I'm sick and tired, fooling around with you. Okay, bye.
Sick and tired. That's Doug Duffy and Dan Sumner on Red River Radio performing in the our performance studio. And that must mean it's pledge drive time. It's one of the occasions we come to you during the year, ask you to support the programming that you enjoy commercial free the rest of the year. And, you know, that's just what it takes. And you make the choice to become a member. You make a choice of how much you want to contribute. You make a choice of thank you gift, payment options. You have all the power. And when you exercise that power, we can continue bringing you programs like these that we hope enhance your pledge drive experience. Doug and Dan, I've thoroughly enjoyed listening to you guys this evening and getting to know you a little bit, you know, kind of on the fly, but, you know, I feel like I've known y'all forever.
Yeah, same here, John, and thank you. Thank you for having us. It's always a pleasure to come here and play in this room. And
it's my first time, but it's a pleasure also.
Yeah, and you know, we love you all over here in the Shreveport listening area. What'd you say, Shreveport down to Baton Rouge, up to Boston, over to Seattle? I mean, get people listening
you know,
everywhere.
Everything's worldwide anymore.
Yeah.
You know, I have a friend of mine who travels all over the world, and she said she likes listening. She goes to Europe, and she can listen in the daytime.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because, you know, it's 3 in the morning here, and it's
Right.
6-7 hours ahead, whatever it might be. But, you have a few minutes left to make your call, your pledge of support, 800-552-8502. As I said, you choose your level, choose your thank you gift, choose your payment option. You can do it all. You can also go online to your computer or your phone or other device. You can check us out on YouTube. We've got a few people watching right now. Doug
John,
and yes.
Can we plug our CD release party while we're here?
Let's do.
Okay, so we're our CD was released on September 15th. Internationally and universally, right? You can get it anywhere. It's called Trapped in the Blues, and it's available on all the streaming networks and every place you go to get music today. You can hear it there. But we're going to do a party in Monroe at Flying Tiger Brewery and Pizzeria. They just built an outdoor stage, a real big stage, and there's a nice space outside where people can come and listen to music, and that is November 11th. So at 8 p.m. right at Flying Tiger Brewery. So
And that will be the entire band.
yeah, that's the full band. Plus, we'll have Tony Cordellini with us on B3 organ, and it's not a.
And Miss Lisa Spann.
And Miss Lisa Spann is going to be singing. She sang on the album. Tony's going to play the organ parts that Doug played on the record, and probably some more. But he brings out a real B3, so it's and a real Leslie speaker, so it's all the way real. And it's going to be a great show and just a great celebration of everything that we put into the album, and we're happy to do it and hope to see you there. If you're anywhere near Monroe, that'll be the place to be that night. So what are we going to do, Doug? We got one more in us?
I don't know. How many do we have?
Or 2 more, or 10 more?
You got 15 minutes and some
hell.
change.
Oh, we got time for lots of stuff.
Let's do black. We can do Black Drawers. Which one? Yeah, do that. Yeah.
Too early.
No.
Is it too early in the night for St. James Infirmary? That's what I want to know. Or is it ever too early for St. James Infirmary?
I'm going to sit out for most of this because I want to hear it.
I went down to St. James Infirmary. You know I saw my baby there, stretched out on a long white table. So cold, so sweet, so fair. Let her go, let her go, God bless her. No matter where she may be, 'cause she could search the whole wide world over and never find a good man like me. bury me in straight lace shoes. In a box-back suit, double-breasted, yeah, yeah. And put a $20 gold piece on my watch chain. You know I want the boys to know I died standing pat. Yeah, I went down, way down to St. James Infirmary. You know I saw my baby there. Stretched out on a long white table. So cold, so sweet, so fair. And I said, let her go. Let her go, God bless her. No matter where she may be, cause she could search the whole wide world over, baby, don't you know? She'll never find a good man like me. Never find a good man like me. No, 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 never find a good man like me. She won't never find a good man like me.
Dan Sumner, Doug Duffy in our studios tonight here at member-supported Red River Radio. Great tune. I enjoyed that one. So you always get your heart broken, don't you guys? In part of your life, you do. So
Every single time.
I know there's always somebody out there that's going to, kind of wreck things a little bit for you. 800-552-8502, the number to call to make your donation to member-supported Red River Radio. We have really enjoyed having you here tonight. And we'll have other bands here this week, too, and we'll talk about that before we get out of here. But so what's the next song on your playlist for us?
Black Drawers.
All right. Take it away, guys.
I don't know about that.
Then we'll do WAP.
One from Chuck Carbo. Just can't stay out of New Orleans.
I know my baby loves me and calls me up on the telephone. I know my baby loves me, yeah, and calls me up on the telephone. And said, come on over, baby, and meet me with your black drawers on. I said, you don't have to worry, I got high last night and drove my baby to her husband's front door. I don't believe you heard me. Yeah, I got high last night and drove my baby straight up to her husband's front door. I'm talking about dough. Now that was a big mistake and one that I ain't gonna make no more. No, not even if you call and tell me, baby, meet me with your black drawers on. Yeah, even if she say, baby, baby, meet me with your black drawers on. Well, if you can't meet me, baby, just call me on the telephone.
What a great song to end tonight's live concert here in the Performance Studios here at Red River Radio. You've been listening to Dan Sumner and Doug Duffy. Thank you so much for dropping by, guys. They have a brand new CD entitled Trapped in the Blues. And guys, thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, John.
And tomorrow we'll have Shayla in the studio with us from 8 until 10, so be sure to tune in for that. Make your donation at 800-552-8502 or redriverradio.org. Just click the donate button. You're listening to the voice of the community. Member-supported Red River Radio, a public media service of LSUS at 89.9 FM. This is KDAQ, Shreveport-Bossier at 90.7 FM, KLSA, Alexandria, Pineville at 90.9 FM, KBSA, El Dorado, Magnolia, Camden at 88.9 FM, KLDN, Lufkin, Nacogdoches at 100.7 FM, KTYK, Overton, Tyler, Kilgore. We also broadcast on translator K214CE in Grambling, Louisiana. John Ellis, thank you so much for dropping by tonight and co-hosting, and also to Kiera Lafitte. It's always a lot of fun having you guys in the studio. Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll see you right here tomorrow as our pledge drive continues at member-supported Red River Radio.